You have met adjectives that copy their noun's ending exactly, but agreement runs deeper than matching letters. Watch a first declension noun take a second declension adjective.
Nauta bonus.
A good sailor. The noun ends one way, the adjective another, yet they still agree. Today, how one adjective wears three genders and why agreement is never about sharing an ending. 7 new words. First, 3 feminine nouns of the first declension.
Fama.
Rumor and so reputation or fame.
Galea.
A helmet.
Preda.
Booty, the spoils of war. Sink, predatory. Now 2 neuter nouns of the second declension.
Telum.
A weapon of offense, a spear.
Arma.
Arms, defensive weapons. This one lives only in the plural. Now 2 adjectives of the new class.
Durus.
Hard or rough, of a person, unfeeling or cruel, of a task, toilsome, think durable.
Romanus.
Roman. Used alone as a noun, it means a Roman man. Each adjective has 3 gender forms, which we now learn to build. Here is the central idea. An adjective of this class is declined in all 3 genders, and it borrows endings from 2 declensions you already know. The masculine form follows the second declension, like the word for master. The neuter form follows the second declension too, like the word for spear. But the feminine form follows the first declension, like the word for girl. So 1 adjective, 3 columns. Take the stem and add the right gender's endings. Listen to the 3 nominatives.
Bonus. Bona. Bonum.
Decline the singular across all 3 genders, reading each case as masculine, feminine, neuter. Nominative.
Bonus. Bona. Bonum.
Genitive.
Boni. Bone. Boni.
Notice the masculine and the neuter share long I, while the feminine takes AE, dative.
Bono. Bone. Bono.
Again, masculine and neuter alike in long O, feminine in AE, accusative.
Bonum. Bonam. Bonum.
Ablative.
Bono. Bona. Bono.
Vocative for calling out.
Bone. Bona. Bonum.
The masculine vocative shifts to short E exactly as the word for master does. The neuter never differs from its own nominative. Now the plural, same 3 genders, nominative.
Boni. Bone. Bona.
The masculine ends in long I, the feminine in AE, and the neuter in the letter A. The neuter plural always ends in the letter A, genitive.
Bonorum. Bonarum. Bonorum.
The masculine and the neuter share ORUM, the feminine takes ARUM, dative.
Bonis. Bonis. Bonis.
All 3 genders fall together here. Accusative.
Bonos. Bonas. Bona.
Again, the neuter shows the letter A ablative.
Bonis. Bonis. Bonis.
All 3 alike once more, ending in long IS. Until now, your adjectives wore the very same ending as their noun because both came from the same declension. But agreement does not demand a matching ending. Agreement means matching gender, number, and case, nothing more. When the noun and the adjective belong to different declensions, the endings simply differ. Take the word for sailor. It is masculine, but it lives in the first declension. The masculine of the new adjective lives in the second. So a good sailor is
Nauta bonus.
Different endings, same gender, number, and case. Likewise, the wicked farmer.
Agricola malus.
Decline the good sailor in full and watch the 2 halves move on different tracks. The noun keeps first declension endings. The adjective keeps second declension masculine endings. Nominative.
Nauta bonus.
Genitive.
Naute boni.
The noun shows AE, the adjective long I, dative.
Naute bono.
Accusative.
Nautam bonum.
Ablative.
Nauta bono.
Vocative.
Nauta bone.
Now the plural, nominative.
Naute boni.
Genitive.
Nautarum bonorum.
Dative.
Notis bonis. Here the 2 finali rhyme.
Accusative.
Nautas bonos.
Ablative.
Nautis bonis.
Different letters in nearly every line, yet they agree in every line. One more small rule from this lesson. The verb for is also the verb for there is. When it opens a declarative sentence, translate it as there is. Listen.
Est in vico nauta bonius.
There is a good sailor in the village. Begin with this verb and the sentence announces that something exists. Hear it again.
Est in vico nauta bonus.
Practice. Translate this, then I give the answer.
Sextus naute bono galemdat.
Sextus gives a helmet to the good sailor. The good sailor is the indirect object in the dative. The noun shows AE, the adjective long O, yet both are dative singular. Listen again.
Sextus naute bono galeam dat.
Another, translate this one, then I give the answer.
Fama nautarum bonorum es clara.
The reputation of the good sailors is famous. The good sailors stand in the genitive plural, showing possession. The noun ends in ARUM, the adjective in ORUM, and still they agree. Listen again.
Fama nautarum bonorum es clara.
Now the other direction, English into Latin, build this sentence. The wicked farmer is hastening to the village with his booty. The farmer is the subject in the nominative. To the village uses the accusative of place to which. With his booty uses the ablative. Here it is.
Malus agricola ad vicum cum preda properat.
So, this lesson. An adjective of the first and second declensions has three genders. The masculine and the neuter from the second declension, the feminine from the first. It agrees with its noun in gender, number, and case, never necessarily in ending. When nouns and adjectives sit in different declensions, the endings differ, yet the words still belong together. And a sentence opened by the verb for is means there is. Next lesson, the verbs. To practice what you just learned, this course has free exercises and AI graded feedback on ludium.ai. The link is in the description.